All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashmi Yahweh Shai, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. This is another edition of the Mark of the Beast. Now, I have an article here from paymentsource.com. Chip and skin payments matrix moment. All right, let me read again. Chip and skin payments matrix moment. All right, so obviously this is dealing with the microchip implant, all right, or the RFID implant, and it's dealing with payments. Okay, you got a lot of Israelites out there, starting with IUIC on into Zabak, and others that believe that the mark of the beast is not the RFID chip, but every day there's constantly being a new article being put up dealing with this microchip, okay, and every day it's pointing more and more to it being the mark of the beast. Now there was a video which even I put up on my channel, which I got from Apostle Tahar, that he put up, that the engineer behind the RFID microchip implant, okay, behind the microchip implant, said himself that he had helped design the mark of the beast. Okay, so you cannot get around that. And that's coming from the mouth of Esau himself. Okay? And you can look on my channel and find that video. Alright? Matter of fact, with the last video I put up dealing with the mark of the beast. Alright? So, hey, if you... there's also news and prophecy, but more so focusing on the mark of the beast, which is a major prophecy that's to come to pass. All right, there's things coming out on it, and they coming quickly, almost every day. All right, so I'm gonna get into it. It says microchip implants could be considered the ultimate form of mobile payment, skipping the smartphone altogether in favor of giving people bionic abilities, and a small segment of the population is already lining up to try it out. It says proponents of the chips argue that implants could drive the future of payments and other smart functions, and that they create conveniences for those who are willing to embrace the technology. And that's how Esau is going to sell the mark of the beast. All right, that's how he's going to sell it, by convenience. Because everything is convenience now, whether it be food, television, music. Everything is all quick, fast, and in a hurry. So that's how they want to give you this new technology, where you could do it quick, fast, in a hurry. Amazon has started to open up their Amazon Go, grocery stores after buying Whole Foods. So now, if you have a microchip implant and you have payments on, a payment system, dealing with it, then you could just go in the store and walk out. And because you have the microchip implant, all right, or the app on your mobile phone, then you have purchased your groceries or whatever you're buying. So that's the convenience that this chip is offering. Okay. When we hear Great Millstone, we know that this is the mark of the beast, and it's going to be judgment, all right, pertaining to destruction if you take this chip. Okay. It says but critics question the ethical ramifications of offering chips in the workplace, and they raise questions about whether today's chips provide enough of a compelling use case to justify their physical invasiveness. Last April, Epicenter, a digital startup hub in Stockholm, made headlines after the company started making microchip implants available to its employees. A few months later, a Wisconsin firm, threescore Market, followed suit, holding a highly publicized chip party on August 1st, where more than 50 of the company's 85 employees volunteered to let a body piercer implant them with chips. And that's who's behind this so-called biohacking movement, which is catching on heavily in Dallas, Texas, USA, these different tattoo artists and body piercers, they're going to be behind a lot of the youth and people, getting a chip. You might go in, especially Jake, it's like black kids or Mexican kids or, other Hispanic kids, all right, and natives, they go and get all these tattoos on their face and their body. They already putting needles everywhere else. Why not the chip? Oh, and it's convenient. You can pay, pay with things for it, open doors, unlock, start a car up. So it's going to be so categorically, and it's going to be convenient, So I'm going to keep reading. It says the company even picked up the cost of the $300 chips. Both Epicenter and threescore Market use chips created by Swedish tech firm Biohacks International. All right. And here you have it. Okay, it says an x-ray of a human hand with an RFID microchip implanted between the thumb and forefinger. Now, it's in the person's hand, man. Okay, it's in the person's hand. And when I read the scripture pertaining to this, you're going to see that this is indeed the mark of the beast, man. You can't get around it. Whether it's the left hand, the forehead, the right hand, the leg, your hind parts, whatever. It doesn't matter, All right, your foot. People are going to take this chip, and that's the mark of the beast. Okay? So I'm going to keep reading. And it's a pretty long article, so I won't probably read all of it. But I'm going to try to hit as many points as possible. All right, so I'm going to go down here where it says from pets to people. It says if the biohacks technology takes off, it will fulfill a long-time desire of the payments industry to shift habits from don't leave home without it to you can't leave home without it. 15 years ago, MasterCard experimented with similar tech from Palm Beach, Florida-based Applied Digital Solutions, Inc., with plans to bring implantable payment chips to banks. The technology dates to 1987 when it was developed for identifying pets and livestock. All right, so they've been developing this. All right, and one of the companies that have been developing this is IBM. All right, the computer company. They've been developing this chip. All right, and the identifying number and everything to go with it. Okay. So it says the technology dates to 1987 when it was developed for identifying pets and livestock. After the 9/11 attacks, the chips were modified for human use with the goal of identifying victims and rescue workers, ADS told American Banker in 2003. All right, and after the next attack, they're going to make these chips available as well. And more than likely, they're going to be mandatory, so... victims, same thing, victims, rescue workers, and even potential terrorists, or to not be identified as a terrorist, you can have this chip and be identified as a normal citizen. Okay? All right? Because it wasn't until after these attacks that you can see here, they started to push this chip for human use. So how much more after, the next attack? All right? So it says which is going to be created by the elites, by Esau, the so-called white man, and this Illuminati. They're going to set another attack, okay? The same way they set up 9/11, they're going to set up another one. And America's going to be further, pushed down that rabbit hole of destruction, okay? So it says at the time, the company envisioned its technology would be viable for payments in 3 to 5 years. Okay, so this chip is being pushed out heavily now, man, especially within the last year. Okay, so it says Epicenter has more than 4,000 members from over 350 companies. Of this user base, about 75 people have opted for the chip. 9 of Epicenter's 12 employees have also volunteered for the chip. An additional 75 people from outside Epicenter have had the implants done at Epicenter open events. All right, so people are getting this chip, man. Okay. All right. Okay, it says we do not implement microchips in our staff nor monitor them, she says. Albrechtston stresses that the procedure is not part of any human resources or member policy that Epicenter or its member companies have. It says no one is asked to insert an implant. No one is hired or fired if they had the chip or not, she says. Well, guess what? It's going to be made mandatory, and you won't be able to buy or sell without the chip. Okay? It says Epicenter employees use the chip mostly for access control, but it also allows them to unlock doors, share digital business cards with Android users, and buy, there's your buying, snacks from the office vending machines. Okay? Look, if you can't see that this is the mark of the beast, then you got to be out of your mind, man. All right? And you know what? Go ahead and take the chip, because you're going to be forced to take it and then be destroyed by the Lord. How about me? I was shy. All right? Be an idiot if you want to, man. Okay? I'm going to keep reading. It says the chip does not contain any credit card amount information. All right? Not yet. But like I said in the article, MasterCard is in on it, and so is Visa. And these are all credit card companies that are they have their cards distributed by banks. Okay? So it says rather employees can load money into a kiosk account so that when they visit a vending machine, they use the chip to identify themselves and accept the purchase. There's your number of the beast, right? Right there. Okay? Now here it is, you got China dumping the dollar and now using their own petrodollar, which is really the petro yuan, their own currency, all right, or should I say their own currency, which is the petro yuan. That's going to further take the American economy and crash the dollar, ultimately. So where are they going to push? They're going to push the chip. Okay? All right. But you know what? I'm going to end it there. Like I said, if you can't see that the chip is if you can't see that the chip is the mark of the beast, man, you just lost. Okay, I'm gonna read this last and I'm gonna end it. It says they're going to be chips that basically put your smartphone in your brain so you can access a whole slew of functions and capabilities, and where the value proposition is strong, he says. Oglesby predicts there will come a time when people have chips implanted in their bodies on a scale basis. Which you probably meant to say large scale basis. Yeah, because they're going to make it mandatory. But it won't be for the limited purposes of making payments or opening doors. Right? It's not going to be the chip. See, when you read the scriptures and you read the prophecy about buying and selling, and it's pertaining to the mark of the beast, that's just the major portion of it, because a major part of economy and paying for things is, with money. And money is basically what keeps the country running. All right? People buying and selling. But it's going to be used for more than just that, okay? So it says it's a concept that will probably have its day at some point, he says, but it's way too early for that. All right? But when the next attack comes, it'll be the perfect time to push this chip. Okay? All right? Yeah, man, the mark of the beast is coming. And it's going to be mandatory in every city near you soon. All right? But with that, this has been the mark of the beast. All right? The microchip is coming soon. All right? We give all praise going on to Yahweh Bashman Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Continue prophesying and doing videos and lessons and putting this truth out there. All right, and warning the elect. All right. So until the next time, I'm gonna say shalom.